Hi everyone, this is a little instruction video of using Open Broadcast software to make a lecture video. First, you go ahead and download the software and enter Open Broadcast software into Google, and you will get to this website. After you download and run it, it looks something like this. The basic concept is that you create a scene and you add sources to that scene. So with this scene is, I call here the blank scene. It has nothing except that one static image. Now go to scenes and choose this plus button to select create a scene, and it'll show you this dialog and enter whatever name you want. I am selecting full, choosing name full desktop. Now this full desktop is set up, and then it is showing that it is selected, and then inside there's nothing. So you are going to add sources to the scene. Now if you click on that plus symbol, it's going to list the things that you can add. We're going to select display capture. That means it's going to capture everything that's displayed in this entire screen. And you have to name that source. I'm naming that desktop. And then it pulled up the desktop. And this shaded region means it is too big. It's bigger than the background. So you have to use these corners and drag them so that it fits into the background. Because it's capturing everything in the screen, and that itself, because it's capturing the everything, it is capturing this software as well, so it created this infinite loop. As you try to resize it, this horizontal and vertical ratio is not going to change, so it's not going to be a perfect fit. So if you want to change the background size, you have to go to settings and find this video, and you will see this canvas resolution, and then you can change that. I got this resolution from mine is Windows system. Go to Windows screen resolution, and it was selected to certain resolution, and that'll show you this number. So if you change that, it's going to fit perfectly. So since I'm in the settings, I'm also showing all the other things here. It's probably not big enough, so I'm going to make it bigger so that you can see it better. The general part, probably I didn't touch any of those, but it is quite long, so you can see it goes below that. So the next page is probably what's underneath it. All this thing, I will share this file so you can take a look at it later, but I'm pretty sure I didn't touch any of those. And I'm skipping that stream part and output part in here. I didn't change anything. The simple was there, the video bitrate, software. I didn't change the audio bitrate, but you have to put this directory where this video file is going to be stored. And I think I touched this one, the recording quality. You can change to fast and something. You have to experiment a little bit, and so that you know what quality it generates. The great thing about the software is its rendering time is really fast, amazing fast. I'm quite puzzled how fast it can do generate the output file that quick. And before I didn't touch it, the software was there already. So I think I changed that to audio sample rate to 44 to 48. That was two of the choices. I chose that. This one you definitely have to choose. It's about the source of your microphone. This I'm choosing internal microphone, but for good quality lecture, external microphone is really recommended. That's it. And there's a longer part down there in audio. I think it's the second page of that. And video, we already saw that. This hotkey is very useful, so I'm going to show you. If you go to hotkey, these four things are very important. The start recording and stop recording, and you can declare the hotkey is Alt key and the number key. So Alt and number 1 is going to start recording, and so you don't have to go back to this OBS software and click on start recording. If you're just looking at this PDF file, which I'm looking at here, I started this entire thing by just pressing Alt-1, and then it began to record. And you can also pause the recording. My dog just barked a minute ago, so I paused the recording, and then I let the dog in, and I'm continuing that recording right now. So it's a very, very useful thing to set up. So I'm going to skip that one. Let me change the sides to this normal size. I'm showing you the choosing the source of a microphone in there. I already explained that, so I'm going to skip this part. Now if you go outside the setting, we'll go back to the original OBS window, and then down there there's an audio mixer that has a microphone, and then as we try some sound, then you can see the volume level is changing. So here I'm going to talk about setting the volume and noise suppression are both a very useful thing to do, and it's easy in here, so I want you to do that before you record it there. So if you click on that advanced audio properties, then you have this microphone and auxiliary. It is set, I think it's set to 0.0 decibel. You definitely have to try, but if it is recording in a low voice, you might consider leveling up a little bit. So once you have done that, you come back in here, and you can see your level, the normal range of this voice in here. So learn that, and anything below your normal range is cut off and declared as a noise. So this is how you do it. Go back to this gear icon in the audio mixer and choose filters this time. Then I should have fixed this one. So it's all cut off. I didn't check my slides before I recorded. So if you go to audio filter and hit the plus button, is compression. So I would disrupt it again. We continue. You can compress, not compress. If you go down there, noise suppression. I think that's what it is. If you click on that, now it's showing there, noise suppression. So when I looked at my voice range, it didn't go down to the negative 45 decibel range, so I cut it off there. Anything below will probably suppress to be recorded. I think I've already explained the start and stop recording thing again here in hotkeys. Now you're ready to go. So if you, for example, if your slides is prepared as a PDF like this, I'm doing, and put up there and hit Alt-1 or whatever your hotkey setup is, and it's going to begin recording, and you can pause it, and then you can terminate it. So it's always worth rehearsing 2 or 3 minutes, and then you actually begin to record for several lectures. The rest of the part is showing this. I think I'm going to pull it up, and you can see the whole thing is showing. Showing the face is a really good idea. It is probably sometimes people are self-conscious and don't want to do that, but it's really a good idea. It really help the student engaged in listening to this lecture. It's already sometimes technically, especially mathematics, it's very difficult to follow by just listening to someone's voice and looking at the static slides. It's not an easy thing to do. So human face really helps. So how do you do that? Go to the source and click on the plus button and select this video capture device. Then it'll list the device, and go ahead and select the device, and then it's going to show up on top of whatever you had in the background. And you probably want to crop into your face region, and this is actually capturing everything coming out of there. So this is how you crop that video source. You go to this video capture in the list of sources and right click, transform, edit transform, and then it's gonna allow you to crop in there. And this is my dog Lucy, and I'm speaking really loud, and she's just sitting there and looking at me really weirdly right now. But if once you click on that, then you're gonna have this transform window, and down there, and you can declare crop amount. These are points. From the left, 100 points is squeezed in. So as you enter the one number at a time, you don't have to click on the close. It'll already change the size, so you can see easily if this is what you want or not. So once you do that, you can relocate that any way you want. You can see already this one is not just shrunk, but it actually cropped out unwanted region there. So now we have that, and everything you do in here in the computer screen will be captured and on top of it, and student can see your face. I really recommend you add your face. It really helps them to follow and listening to your lectures. So this is you probably heard of this elsewhere and other the sources. Try to make your lecture not too long, less than 10 minutes. Is 5 to 7 minutes optimal. And then you can put that lecture in the folio, and then you can insert a little assessment thing. And then once the students submit that assessment, and then conditionally, then the system will release next video, something like that. That can be done in folio easily. So then you can build a whole lesson out of that. And using this Adobe Scan, you don't have to set up a complicated some online homework system. Just post a file, just LaTeX file, whatever, and then students do that work and write down on paper and scan it using their phone app. This wonderful high quality PDF they generate. Then you can view them, and then you can do the assessment in that way. It's the easiest way to make a transition from face-to-face and online, and which is quite still similar to face-to-face, except that they're just not there. So I think that's my slide. Good luck with using the system and making a good transition to the online system, and stay healthy.